Coming up on Look Today, well, tonight is opening night for the New York City Ballet at SPAC. I've got details. Plus, Take a Bite in Glens Falls offers residents and tourists alike a taste of downtown Glens Falls. More on that coming up. And tickets for nights at the sales office for the Adirondack Theatre Festival are now on sale. I've got those details all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm J. Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Kim Harvish. Now she's an educator, Chapman Historical Museum in Glens Falls, and she's here to talk about events that are happening at the museum this summer. I also sit down with Erin Coe. Now she's director of the Hyde Collection in Glens Falls, and she's here to talk about her time spent at the Hyde and what the future holds. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, tonight is opening night for the New York City Ballet at SPAC. The New York City Ballet opens its annual season with an all-American program. Now, this includes a SPAC premiere of Justin Peck's new ballet, The Times Are Racing, as well as Stars and Stripes. Now, tomorrow, Balanchine's Swan Lake will be featured at 8 p.m. Now, we were behind the scenes where the New York City Ballet and SPAC production teams are preparing for this season. We spoke to Marguerite Mailer. Now, she's director of production for City Ballet.
A lot of the quarter ballet girls, they wear white toe shoes for Balanchine Stars and Stripes. So that's all part of the planning, is to make sure the stock of the white shoes and the pink shoes or painted shoes are ready for the residency. Wow.
All right, in other news, we'll Take a Bite in Glens Falls. Kicked off last week and will take place every Wednesday night this summer in downtown Glens Falls. Now, Take a Bite offers sample dishes from a number of restaurants. The event is a good way for tourists and residents alike to get a diverse tasting of all the different dishes. You can hear some great music and walk through downtown Glens Falls. Well, some of the restaurants that are participating include Glens Falls' Best, Raoul's, Siam Thai Sushi, Spot Coffee, and 190 Bar and Grill. Well, we spoke to Candace Fry. She's chairwoman of the Take a Bite.
Take a Bite happens in Glens Falls every Wednesday night from 5 to 7 p.m. Restaurants come out to the streets. Restaurants come downtown for the day. So there's sales on the streets and food under $5, all the plates.
And my wife and I live in Glens Falls. We go down there on Wednesday nights. It's really fun. Everybody's out on the sidewalks and you get to taste a lot of very interesting dishes. All right, switching from news to weather. Today saw beautiful sunshine, temperatures in the high 70s. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponster. We'll look at the first look weather forecast. Let's look at the national map first. We do have a high pressure system along the Gulf Coast, as well as that Bermuda high that's in control for the last several weeks. We do have a few frontal boundaries in the southern plains, as well as the mid-Ohio Valley, and a second low pressure near West Virginia, and this cold frontal boundary making its way through the Carolinas. Elsewhere, we have high pressure looking to be in control for parts of the Midwest, a secondary cold front near Minnesota, parts of the Dakotas, and that low pressure system. That's going to stretch all the way towards southeastern Canada. That's going to make our way towards our area as we're still dominated by a secondary high pressure as we look at a more closer view out towards the Atlantic seaboard. Temperatures across the region mainly in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Even more tighter view towards the central capital district. We'll see upper 50s for the most part. Whitehall at 59 as we head towards Glens Falls. 59 degrees will be our expected low. Few lower 50s rather as we head towards the mountains. 59 to the overnight low into partly cloudy skies for the day on Thursday. A few isolated showers, but we'll see partly sunny skies as well. 79 the expected high. As we walk out the door, we'll have a few showers, so keep the umbrella handy. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s, and our extended forecast shows we're going to be in the lower 80s with a 50% chance of storms. This is that cold front that is right now in the upper Midwest, parts of southeast Canada. It's going to make its way to our viewing area, and then by Saturday and Sunday, just in the 70s for highs. Slight chance of showers as well on Saturday, but we'll have sunshine for real on Sunday and Monday, and temperatures slowly recover back in the lower 80s on Monday. That's a look at our first look weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponsler. Now I will send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Clarence. All right, back to the news. Boy, we've got some great community news tonight. I'm telling you, and the next story is a perfect example. Saturday marked the last day of the musical Tesla Drops the Beat, presented by the Adirondack Theatre Festival in Glens Falls. Guess what? The production broke the best-selling record for Adirondack Theatre Festival. So, tickets are now on sale for Nights of the Sales Office by Hank Green. Well, we spoke to Chad Rabinovitz. He's producing artistic director for Adirondack Theatre Festival.
I like to describe it as The Office meets Game of Thrones. It's a comedy award-winning show, just absolutely hysterical. One of the funniest comedies I've read in a long time, and we actually did a reading of it. Well, that was last season. We did a reading of it, and readings can be hit or miss. This one was just a laugh riot the whole time, so it was a no-brainer when we put it in the season. It's going to be hugely fun.
Have to see Adirondack Theatre Festival's presentations. Up next, I sit down with Kim Harvish. Now, she's educator of the Chapman Historical Museum. She's here to talk about events happening at the museum this summer. Plus, I also sit down with Erin Coe. Now, she's director of Hyde Collection in Glens Falls, and she's here to talk about her time spent at the Hyde and what the future holds for her. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. You know, I mentioned it inside the broadcast. Boy, what about the community news? I mean, everything from the Hyde Collection, the Chapman Museum, to Take a Bite, to SPAC. A lot of very interesting things going on in our community. So tonight's Lookout, two things I want to mention. First, Adirondack Theatre Festival. Tesla Drops the Beat broke all kinds of records. And my wife and I were out of town. We didn't get a chance to see it, but Drew did. And he said it was over the top. So make a point to get to Adirondack Theatre Festival. And while I'm at it, all summer long, we're going to be talking about this campaign we're doing with SPAC called Art is Language. And the reason we're doing it is that the first conversation of the arts usually starts at an institution like SPAC because it has the lawn. So for like $26, you can go see some of the most amazing ballets, orchestra and presentations and performances at a jewel of performing arts centers right here in Saratoga. So Art is Language. Take the time, take a date, take your children, take your grandchildren, go to SPAC and sit on the lawn. You don't have to worry about sitting in the seat. You don't have to worry about intermission. You sit on the lawn and you have a great time. And tonight it starts with New York City Ballet. Also tonight, Saratoga City Council meeting. And don't forget, you can tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.